Welcome to HCC MovieMakers Academy Movie Reviews. I'm Erik Calderon.
And I'm David Connolly.
And today we saw, what was the name of the movie we saw? 23 Blast.
23 Blast.
That's right. We're doing so many reviews, I kind of forgot. 23 Blast is an awesome film about, gosh, do you remember the cast and the crew?
Travis Freeman is the protagonist, the main character. He becomes, well, the story on the movie is in high school he becomes blind. He gets a high fever, goes to the hospital, and they operate, and he has an infection, I guess a sinus infection, and he loses his eyesight. The story of it, he actually loses his eyesight in the 8th grade. It's a true story. And it tells his story throughout up to high school when he gets to play ball. And they thought he was going to be a support, but he ended up playing in the game.
I'm Travis.
I'm Jerry.
Can you throw?
Can you catch?
Touchdown, Travis Freeman!
I didn't cheat.
You copied off my paper.
Yeah, off of you. That's friends. Don't count.
Whoa.
There's a great deal of infection. We need to get him into surgery quickly.
Why can't I see?
Travis.
You're blind, son.
I don't know why things like this happen to good people.
Hey, Trev. Really? Check out the nurses. Look left, smile sexy.
I still got it. It's been almost 3 months and he's barely left his room.
I'm Patty Wheatley, Travis's mobility coach.
Let's figure out how to whip this.
Feel the texture? Keep your head up.
Keep your arm out straight.
Why?
There won't be anybody to guide you. You'll be on your own.
Well, good, because I don't want any special treatment. My man.
Travis, how you doing?
Hey, Coach.
You got a funny look in your eye. Travis, I never coached a boy who loves football as much as you. I'm thinking you should come back on the team.
They can't catch the ball.
So you're gonna have to play center. You're not a gazelle anymore. You're a pit bull. It's gonna be a long season.
Mind telling me where you're taking me?
Jerry! Oh my gosh, clean out your drive. This thing is nasty.
Ashley.
I ain't gonna have you looking like crap out there.
Feel your balance through your cleats.
Not bad. Not bad.
Relax.
Hut. Is that moving? Oh my gosh, that's moving.
We can't really play, right?
I think he deserves a chance. Get your hat on, Freeman, now or never.
Oh, hey there, Mr. Duncan. I almost didn't see you.
Yeah. Inspiring story. I enjoyed the movie. A little bit of a stretch on some of the things they were trying to do. They tried to put in too much of a comedic element again. They tried to get jokes where, like kind of forced comedy, where if they were just been a little bit more natural, and life in general is pretty funny. They a little bit tried too much for some funny stuff. But I enjoyed the movie. It was a nice story. I think my right eye, I did experience a little moisture at the end, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I just looked up the director is Dylan Baker, and a story written by Bram Hoover, Tony Hoover, and of course it starred Mark Hapka, Bram Hoover. So Bram Hoover is the writer and also stars in it, and Stephen Lang.
Right.
Yeah.
And the director was also portrayed his father. That was his father.
Wow.
That was the father in the movie.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, Dylan Baker.
Yeah, and did you know that the guy that played the Reverend in the film is actually the person that it happened to?
Yeah, Travis Freeman. Yeah.
Travis Freeman.
Yeah, yeah. It was
So
interesting.
That was very interesting.
It was interesting. And then after you watch the movie and you go back and think about it, his movement, you can tell it was a blind person.
Yeah.
That this way is his mannerisms and yeah.
And the sermon was really interesting. Now
Yeah.
they had that sermon about being blind.
Right.
So he says like,
Right.
and it was. I thought it was kind of. At first, I thought, what is this Reverend doing? Because the blind kid is in the
Right.
church, and then he's preaching, close your eyes
Right.
and look.
Right, and just feel like everything's on him.
Yeah. So, but then after when I did the research on the film and I realized that the minister was actually the guy that was blind,
Right.
then it made a lot of sense.
Right.
Using that dialogue and that speech in that part.
It made a lot of sense. Give him some a part of the movie. They said he was on set the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time. It was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I've like the research in the movie, and the guy that his buddy.
Jerry.
Didn't you say he died?
He died.
He actually died.
He actually died. He fell off of a roof, broke his legs, and had some brain damage.
Yeah.
And then I think it was 2 years later he just finally died.
Yeah.
Which is really sad because, I mean, I really kind of like fell in love with the characters in the film. I really, in the filmmaking sense, I mean, I think the director really made me like fall in love with the characters.
Oh, you did, yeah. You felt a true connection with the two guys, because everyone has that friend who's a little bit different, and then he was always, I guess, always a little bit different. But then when this happened to him, it really had.
Yeah.
And I felt sorry for him the first time when he's walking with his cane.
Yeah.
And people were just looking at him.
Yeah.
It was like, and it was Corbin, Kentucky, where they filmed it, where it's a very small, close-knit community. That was kind of a stretch, because you really wouldn't see that in a small school. The kids would have rallied around the kid. It would have been, carte blanche for the kid. But it was a good story.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the director did an awesome job because I fell in love with every single one of the characters.
Right.
The father, the mother, the lady that came in to...
Oh, the social worker.
The social worker.
Well, she just barged in.
That was
here,
awesome. Yeah. And then the girl that was in love with him.
Oh, yeah.
And there was just one scene where she's in his bedroom and he's blind and he's got his shirt off.
Right. And she's like,
she's just like staring at his chest. And it's just awesome the way you really feel that moment.
Right.
It was. I thought that was incredible.
Right. And what's his name? Timothy. He played the athletic.
The coach.
No, the athletic director.
Yeah,
when she came in there and blindsided him.
Yeah.
I can't go to jail. I can't go to jail. He's going to play.
Yeah, but it's amazing because you really get a feeling for all the characters. The athletic director, the coach.
Right. And the politics of high school football
and
too.
And the politics, yeah.
And that was really pervasive in there. I mean, you had that group of men sitting there.
Yeah.
You could tell that they were the ones that really wanted to.
Yeah. And then you don't hate them. It's like the director didn't make me hate them. He made me like just feel some compassion towards them.
Exactly, empathy, right?
Yeah.
What they go through, and because it's probably coal mining country.
Yep.
And they're looking for a way out for their kids.
Yeah.
And you can understand that.
And even remember the point guard that's going off to college.
Right.
And even you get that feel for feeling for him too, trying to get that scholarship. And the only way he can get that scholarship is if the team wins.
The team wins, yeah.
So I think the way the director and his vision of the story was just amazing.
Right. Yeah. What they say. There's no I in team.
Yeah.
He said, well, this kid's got to make it if I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good.
And then how they come together. You see the conflict, how the point guard hates the character that's going blind.
Right.
And then all of a sudden at the end, he's helping him.
He's got to help him.
Because he's got to help him to get that scholarship.
Right.
So what did you think about the filmmaking? What did you think about the cinematography and the picture?
Well, a little bit amateurish, probably due to the low budget.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it also gives you kind of that indie feel that it's. I enjoyed it. It wouldn't push me away from seeing it again. Yeah, or recommending people to see it.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about it, the amateurishness of it. I mean, it was very basic, really simple,
right,
and something we as filmmakers can do.
Exactly.
And that's what and I liked it a lot because it made me feel like, hey, even I can do a movie like that. I mean, of course, if I can come up with the budget and the actors and the crew and all that, but it just felt doable versus like a Christopher Nolan movie where that's just impossible for us to do right now.
Right.
I mean, to come up with this $100 million special effects.
Right.
I mean, that's impossible. But that's what I enjoyed about it. I like the picture and the angles and just the basic. It looked like just on a tripod camera.
Right. I like the one scene when they're in the truck.
Oh yeah.
I won't say too much if people haven't seen the movie, but they're in the truck driving. It's a good fun scene.
That was great.
Yeah, it's a good
That
scene.
was great.
Yeah.
That was really great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the balance of the comedy. I did like. It made me laugh.
Right.
And I liked that. And I liked the way it made me feel. It made me feel a lot of pain too.
Right.
Just the director did an awesome job taking you through
up and down the way. Yeah.
Up and
like
down.
I said, my head had a little bit of moisture in my head to admit.
Yeah.
It kind of gets you. It kind of gets to you. Yeah. It's a good show.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I know that it's probably a Christian film, huh? I mean, definitely it's a Christian film.
Yeah, it was based on his And he's a
minister.
A minister. He's got a PhD now in theology.
Yeah.
He teaches in Kentucky.
Yeah. And personally, I mean, I've been enjoying this kind of string of Christian films. It just feels safe to take the kids to go watch it.
Right.
And I know this film has a few like kind of alcohol moments that may you're kind of thinking about it, but then it's still, I think it's a good family film.
Well, it still deals with everyday, maybe not everyday every one person's life, but it wasn't over the top.
Yeah.
It wasn't there was a scene with the keg, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it, especially that part about the Christian films part. I mean, it just kind of enjoyable.
Right.
Versus the review, the film that you reviewed earlier, Left Behind. I mean, that is also a Christian film, but I just thought that that was a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, it went a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
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 I enjoyed the movie.
So what do you think? What would you tell people to? Would you tell people to go watch it?
Oh,
stay at
of
home?
course. Go and watch it. Enjoy the movie. Go with an open mind. Go enjoy. That's what you have to do. Make the decision after you see the movie.
Yeah.
You can't go with read the reviews, but you have to go make up your own mind. And, be a good date night movie.
Could you give it a number between 1 to 10?
8.
8? Yeah.
I give it an 8.
I'd give it a 10.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those. I really enjoyed it. I mean, yeah.
My only thing was the comedy thing. It seemed like at the beginning they tried too hard to get some jokes to work.
Yeah.
And Fred Thompson was it. I always liked Fred Thompson.
Yeah.
I wish I'd seen more of him.
Yeah. Well.
That's all I got.
So I'd give it a 10. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. We love films. If you love films, please join the HCC filmmaking program over here at the Spring Branch campus. You'll see the website and phone number. You can contact Erik Nitzberg. Also, we're brought to you by HCC TV and the HCC movie making program.
And to see our reviews, you can go to youtube.com/HCC MovieMakers. Check out our videos there.
Yeah, and subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks.
Okay, kill the cameras.